First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Second down and 8. Burrow looking to pass to Mixon on the check down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. And CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. Well, what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers. Oh, that's a big let-off there on third down because you've got to account for the running back coming out of the backfield. They didn't, and they got burned, not just for a first down, but for big yardage as well.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And he'll take this one down to the 36. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. Shakes off the sack. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Akeem Hicks. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They'll set up to throw. Quick slant caught by Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung here.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
man,
that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Fields. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 28. So, Charles, this, game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things. And they like the fact that he's not blaming other people because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bears. Michael Gallup, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team is. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
Here we go.
On second down, it's Johnson. And he may have given those 6 yards right back as they're going to get to him well behind the line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bengals on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Dumps it off to Mixon. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice you're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The Bengals drive about to get going. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Drew Sample was a 2nd-round pick in 2019, and the Bengals would sure love to see his role increase with Joe Burrow at quarterback.
one. Ready? 12.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Burrow will throw. Going up top. And that going to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Burrow on play action. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at yard line. A handoff to Mixon. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. On the slant, he's got Hardman. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He will find his man Chase complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21.
And Jamar Chase won the 2019 Biletnikoff Award as the nation's top receiver while at LSU. And the guy who threw him the passes there, Joe Burrow, now his quarterback at Cincinnati.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They're passing here. Joe Burrow completes it to Hardman. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Looking to throw. Steps away. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll take over with just 18 ticks remaining. Play action. It's Fields. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Now how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Fields on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. McPherson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, it's Fields. Dancing to his left. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Burrow. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Roquan Smith. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He almost outkicked the coverage. A 57-yard punt, 15 on the return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. And here's Fields. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Flush to his right. It's caught outright by Graham. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. The touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Field's going to toss this quickly out wide, complete. Touchdown! Darnell Mooney. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos now to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They go back to the air here after the INT. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Robert Quinn coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. They're going to look to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
On 1, ready?
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the screen pass.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off at the 39. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Santos with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bengals drive about to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. A play fake, now Fields to throw. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Completes a Mooney on the slam. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. His first career touchdown pass, and yeah, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Now, after After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Play action. It's Burrow. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Roquan Smith picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Here's Kevin Huber now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there. Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now it's Fields. And Graham on the grab. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Offensively, another big chunk of yardage, Charles, but defensively, they had all this talk about trying to limit explosive plays. They have not been able to do that.
They discussed it all week, but they haven't been able to execute it at all, haven't been able to find a way to slow down this offense. They're seeking answers and not coming up with any.
Now a first down throw, Fields.
And Graham's got it, complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help